All right, man. It sounds like Errol Spence making excuses already. In addition to that, people around Dallas is saying that he not focused on the fight. And I'll explain that in a minute. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. I just woke up from a nap, dude. But let me knock these videos out for what is it? Tomorrow, Tuesday. So yeah, knock these video out for Tuesday. So we should have a good lineup Tuesday, man. So I should be going live Monday afternoon or Monday night afternoon. I forgot the game come on today. So trying to bless y'all with some good content per usual. Some good shorts and the whole nine. I got that wake up beard. But yeah, he talks about unboxing, how the negotiations are grueling, and it was grueling and all that. I mean, you know, everybody is not thirsty like Devin Haney was for the Camboso fight, but the reason he was thirsty is because he was young and he seen opportunity, and he was deprived. I mean, obviously Errol Spence and Terence Crawford made a lot of money in the sport, and on top of that, they earned the right to negotiate. They earned the right to get it. I say on both things. Earl put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. So did Terence Crawford. But let's read his comment, right? Let's read the article. So Spence opened up about the sense of relief as he has nodded to super fight with Crawford crossed the contractual finish line. Now, why is it like relief? You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, just think about it. Why is it relief to him? It ain't relief because it got done for the sake of getting done, because everybody started to blame him, for the fight not getting done. Oh, he didn't want it. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do. He felt that public pressure. He felt that public pressure that was coming down on him. And at the end of the day, man, we human, bro. For some, one of the greatest gifts that you can have as a human being is, and you can learn this too, it's not a gift, something that you can learn, is not succumbing to peer pressure. And me being, kind of like being real, when I was younger, you couldn't make me do shit that I didn't want to do, bro. I was just born, to march to the beat of my own drum. If I decided to do something, dude, it wasn't because somebody finessed me into doing it. It made it happen once or twice, but it didn't happen again. So once you can't let people manipulate, how you feel and what you can do and all that stuff, you'll be straight. And it's a sense of relief to say, you know what, dude, I'm gonna do it this way. And I told y'all, man, my whole thing was I used to like to wear stuff that I like to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like just because everybody thought it was cold, don't mean I thought it was for me. I might wear some shoes that might not everybody like. Hey, it's my thing. But when we can like fuck the peer pressure, but social media is a whole different type of ball game. You know what I mean? You getting pressure on virtually from everybody, not just people in your local area. Right or wrong, right or wrong, him getting the grunt of the blame. I mean, it comes with the territory from being the top dog at welterweight. He said it feels great for the fight finally happened. It's been a grueling negotiation. We finally got it done. Spence told a group of reporters, I had to sit out over a year. People have been wanting this fight to happen for 5 or 6 years. It's finally happened. It feels great to get through these tough obstacles and all of the demands he wanted. Now, read that. I had to sit out a year. Let's talk about that part. So he's saying he had to sit out a year. Who fault is that? Why couldn't Al Heyman give you a little quick date and you could have went and fought Keith Thurman? And just all y'all had to do was had the Terence Crawford fight signed first, and then you could have just fought Keith Thurman. That's all you had to do. Or another opponent be like, look here, I'm just going to take this to stay sharp, and we still working on the Spence Crawford fight, or the Crawford fight going to get done. I'm just going to take this quick fight, and that is what it is. And I know Al Heyman and the dates don't work like that, but if Tank can get accommodated, like he has been getting accommodated, why can't Errol Spence? I remember they tried to put Errol Spence on regular Fox, and he started bitching and complaining about going back on regular Fox versus Sean Porter. It was the last football this Sunday, so it was going to be a big promotion. But everybody always just, you can get in trouble just looking at the bottom line. You can. Just looking at that money, you can get in trouble. Sometimes you got to have a foresight, you know, and not just take the quick money. That could have built his legacy even more. Where did the majority of his fans that didn't come from the spawn rumors, where did they come from? Ask yourself that. Where did the majority of his fans come from? And people seeing him after the gold medal game for the Redeem team, a nice amount of people got put on the Errol Spence. Let's not forget that. A nice amount of people got put on what? Over 6 million people watched that fight. I say it again, over 6 million people watched Errol Spence versus Leonard Bundu right after the Olympic Games. 6 million people watched that fight. And then he said, well, I had to sit out over a year. At the end of the day, why couldn't your promoter keep you busy? Who fault is that your promoter couldn't keep you busy? See how he already kind of casting some type of blame or using some type of excuse already? And I ain't mad at it. It's a valid excuse. Because he ain't the only PBC fighter that had that excuse. He not the only PBC fighter that had that excuse. You know, he not. You know, he not the only PBC fighter that had that excuse. So, you know, you really can't even, you know, say it ain't, but you got to keep your fighters active, bro. You know, you got to keep them jokers active. But let's go on to, let's go on down. He said it's finally having to feel great to get these tough obstacles and all the demands he wanted. So, all the demands he wanted. And you just like, man, what you thought? You talking about, hold on, you talking about, you know, he didn't know what the good life was, a boxing promoter, and why Bob give you know, Pacquiao to somebody else. Bob treating him like a slave master. Y'all inciting people on the internet, calling them, I'm not saying they told him to, but inciting them, calling them top ranked Toby. Then what do you know what the good life is? If I take a chick from a poor village and I bring her back to America to make her my wife or girlfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She don't know what the good life is. She don't know what this American lifestyle is. She only can learn it. It's not natural. Some things are natural, using the bathroom, woo, woo, woo. But, you know, some of the things that she going to learn is natural. So if he wasn't getting treated good at Top Rank, how you know what to look for in the contracts? How you know what to have in all these demands? And you always supposed to be a shrewd businessman, for sure. You know? So if he this old, you know, hick from Nebraska, if he this hick from Nebraska that don't know shit, you know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, my thing is, then how he know what to ask for in demands? Now, somebody at PBC could have been like, I'm gonna put him hip. Let's put him hip. Somebody could easily say, well, let's put him hip to what's going on. But apparently, y'all, I mean, the price had to continue to get upped. The price had to continue to go up. Y'all took time away from his career. As Fat Joe famous quote would say, yesterday's price is not today's price. And it's as simple as that. So of course, you know, I'm gonna be more shrewd in how I operate. I'm gonna ask for more and more and more and more. The longer you drag it, you bullshitting me. You wasting my time in my boxing career. Every time I gotta, you know, sit down, you know, every time I gotta sit down, you know, and talk to y'all, it's taken away from my personal time. You know what I'm saying? So of course, all the demands he wanted, so be it. Y'all bullshitting. Y'all bullshitting. So of course, if y'all would have came correct the first time, but they was just stalling. Call it what it is. They was just stalling. Call it what it is. They was just stalling. They was stalling dog out. And it's as simple as that. So his demands got more and more more heavier. And that's exactly what it is. And I'm not mad at him. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I said the same thing about Errol Spence. Then he says Spence is eager to work off eventually will be a 16-month break from the ring when he fights Crawford. He said, I'm in the process of getting ready right now. It's been a great training camp so far, said Spence. I'm in an awesome shape physically and mentally. I'm ready to go and ready to put on the show. So he said he physically good. Even though you see in the article, it's a fact that he been on a 16-month layoff. Even though that's a well-known fact. But you being on a layoff ain't got nothing to do with Terence Crawford. Let's call it what it is. You being in a layoff ain't got nothing to do with Terence Crawford. Well, he was difficult in negotiations and he didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do that. At the end of the day, dude, tell your mans to come correct. Tell Al to come correct. Y'all was just stalling this out. And what ended up happening is you being inactive. Why couldn't he grant you a fight? That's what we asked him. Why couldn't you fight just like Bud did? You talked about how we probably would have allowed Bud to take the Avenesian fight. Like, allowed? Like, y'all don't have no contract. You don't own me. I'm not under PBC. I didn't sign that slave deal with Al Heyman, in which the deal say, guess what? You don't get to, we don't have to guarantee you a fight for a whole year. I ain't signed that bullshit. You did. You signed that bull job. I went on and kept my flexibility, leave him top rank. But then you had Paul Malignaggi going around saying, well, Terence Crawford didn't want it, or he wanted to read up with top rank, knowing he know the business of boxing. Knowing when he got to that last fight, the top rank was going to have to make him re-up to get the Jose Benavidez fight. But then ain't nobody talk about how how he negotiate a really good contract. Where he, after he fought Sean Porter, they relinquished him. They relinquished him after he fought Sean Porter. That don't usually happen. They don't usually let you walk away. You get to the last fight, Bob gonna want you to re-up before he offer you that last fight, or you gonna go fight him in court and lose your career. He negotiated an awesome contract. He really did. And look at the contract you in which you can't even you're not even guaranteed a fight. You can go 16 months, and that's not a breach of contract, because in that contract it says that he doesn't have to give you a fight. You're not entitled to a fight. You might be entitled to some cash advances, which you already know what it is. But nonetheless, and then you got people going around, and they talk about this dude around his town. Apparently, real quick, this dude was at a day party Sunday. All right, you don't know what a day party is. It's a party that take place daytime. Now, they asked him, would you see him drinking or whatever? And she said, well, nah, it's all alleged. Nah, I didn't see that. I wasn't in his face like that. He supposed to be in training camp and he going to parties. Now, at the end of the day, he could do what the hell he want to do. He a grown ass man. Right? But a lot of people say, well, he ain't focused. Well, Tiger Woods used to go around here banging Chili's and Applebee workers, waitresses and bartenders, and he was better for it. Dennis Rodman, had to go, get a relief in the middle of the Bulls last season. They won a championship. He needed that release. He went to Vegas and then came back and played well. So everybody operate different. And maybe he need that party time, but you would think that in the biggest moment of his career, that can stamp him as one of the greatest of all time, you would think that he would be focused. You would think that they'll take their camp away from Dallas. You would think that they go somewhere secluded so he can remain 100% focused. But then again, you never know. You know, And then again, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. Then again, he might have got some money just to do a the pop up. They pay these celebrities just to come in and do a pop up. So real talk, he might have got paid just to do a pop up. They might have said, "Well, just pull up. We're gonna pay you just to do a pop up, just to show your face." You know, so that could be the case. So it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole nine. Link tree, the first link in the description. Don't forget, check out my Detroit channel too, Murder City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. Peace.